Hello everyone, Iwamodoki here, and we're continuing Super Mario World today. And let's just start Valley of Bowser 4. Valley of Bowser 4 is the cave stage with the charging chucks throwing the boulders. I believe you don't normally just jump on the boulder, but you can spin jump on the boulder. So that's pretty much how you deal with the boulders. There's lava, there's sinking platforms, and that's pretty much the stage. And this is a little cave area, well, little icy cave area. It's an entire cave area. The last place was also a cave area. But I believe this just puts you back, so I don't really get it. And another place where you have to dump Yoshi, but I believe you get one here. And this Yoshi is actually important, so don't just drop it into the lava. Also, you can still use the... And I just dropped it into the lava. Well, we'll see why it's important later. But either way, let's just hurry on to the end, because the stage is not that long. Charging chucks, chucking their boulders aren't that hard. You can break their boulders with your cape. Even more reasons why the cape is overpowered. And a lot of jumps that can easily be made easier just with the cape. And this is why you need Yoshi. The secret exit requires Yoshi's tongue. I can say that. Yoshi's tongue. And that's why I'm going to have to retry it. Well, we got normal exit, so it wasn't really a wasted attempt. Well, let's try playing the stage with... Well, let's try beating the stage with a Yoshi for the secret exit. You're not automatically guaranteed to lose Yoshi as long as it's blue, or you can fly if you jump correctly, so you can take your own Yoshi with you. Of course, you can cheat with the blue Yoshi, just using a Koopa shell to fly over everything. Either way, let's just go to the end with Yoshi. Yoshi can eat those boulders, so that makes it easier. Yoshi just cannot eat the charging chucks. I guess because Yoshi... No! Yoshi! Don't run into lava. Yoshi is prone to doing that. It's in his ability list. But we're already nearing the exit. There it is. And with that we've uncorked the last road. The last entrance to the Star Road. But first, let's just beat Larry in his castle. And the second to last no Yoshi zone in the game. The last one being the absolute final stage. And this stage is just a continuation of, I believe, the stage 5 castle. Well, the world 5 castle, which was, I believe, Wendy's castle. No, wait, no. Roy, Morton, I believe it was Roy. But it's just a block snake. And with a lot more hazards this time, including mazes and and even more mazes. And well, typically if you know what to do, it's just a waiting game. Not gonna grab that mushroom, I want my cape in reserve. If I can, I'm not gonna keep this mushroom till the end. And now, I want the mushroom in reserve, but it's gone. Defeated. Destroyed. And now it just makes a staircase. And we see a different hazard. Spikes! And this door will lead to the next area. But this hole will lead to the secret midpoint. And the last 2 dragon coins. Now you have a midpoint. And now it's just stakes and wizards. So I guess we're really getting close to vampires this time. Well, might be. And since I have no cape, I have to wait for a wizard to break these blocks. Hey, dry bones, throw me a bone, will ya? Ah, there's magic coop already. Let me go through. That's a big enough hole. I'm going to take a shell with me I'll just say in case of another wall, but in this case I'll just use it to destroy magic Koopa and get hurt by a Podoboo. Good thing I got that midpoint. And this mushroom. As you might expect, this is the last real castle, not counting the final castle. And the problem of defeating Magikarp is that it takes a time for it to respawn. And don't I want to say don't throw the Koopa in the lava because I can use its shell to destroy the further blocks without having to wait for the Magic Koopa, but no, I'm not allowed to. I just have to do it the old-fashioned way. And Magic Koopa still being a bit of a jerk. Hole is a bit too small for me. Thank you. And I've got my shell. Let's take this mushroom, just for safety. And now I broke the wrong block, so guess I'm not getting in there. Just destroyed Magikoopa, so that's even more waiting. And I thought the first half was the waiting game. There we go. Again, the stakes only hurt at the absolute point. So a lot of the times they just have this weird hitbox. And the game, it gives you a cape. And now it's just exactly the same fight as in World 1, except Podoboos. Oh, it seems you also can jump on the ball. Something I never knew. Or maybe you can spin jump on it, but this was the final stage before the final stage. Unless, of course, you have the Star Road uncorked. And Mario shows his super strength by just lifting up the castle we went through. And Mario has defeated Larry Koopa in castle number 7. All that's left is Bowser's castle where Princess Toadstool is being held. Can Mario rescue her and restore peace to the dinosaur land? Well, the dinosaur land doesn't seem that civilized, so is it really in that big of a war? Well, the front door. But either way, let's go to the Star Road. Wasn't able to go left there for some reason. But if you've beaten Star Road 4 with the Star World 4 with the secret exit, you have a shortcut to the final stage, meaning you can beat the game in like 15 minutes. But Star World number 5 will make the star complete. Or does it? Yeah, it does. Not gonna lie to you. And Star World 5 was a stage where I always thought flying was required because it has a coin snake, and because I never knew how coin snakes worked, I always thought it was just random, and I never knew that I could steer it. So it was random when I will ever make this stage to the end. Since there's only 4 special Yoshi colors, the yellow Yoshi is repeated here. And that's, well, for the rest of the stage isn't that hard. It does have some tight spaces, but you can just easily pass those by waiting or throwing a shell. And we're already at the end. But the Star World's gimmick is that you never make progress without the secret exit. Well, think again. But now there's a little special thing, which I'll see you soon. In Star World 5, there is one thing that requires flying. That's the secret exit. Because I always thought flying was required, I never had a hard time finding the secret exit. Either way, it can be achieved with a blue Yoshi or with a cape. But you need all the switches. You need all the switch palaces, and you also need, well, it can be done without all the switch palaces. But it's a bit harder. Now to find a nice place to get a sprint. Because all you need to do is fly up here. So I guess I'm going to use those platforms. And it doesn't give me enough space for a sprint. So let's see if I can use the warp pipes. It's easier to fly with the cape without Yoshi. Because you can keep flying instead of a really super high jump. Nope. Well, I believe it's possible to fly from here. Otherwise I have to restart the stage. And I died, so I have to get my power-ups back. So I guess I'd say successful flight, and I'll see you when I have my power-ups back. Or do it the cheap way. So I'll see you with the cheap way. I never get perfect. The easier way to do this is with the blue Yoshi, because infinite flight when eating a shell. Well, not infinite, but as long as Yoshi doesn't swallow the shell. You just keep on flying on the top of the screen and you'll soon be seeing it. Well, if I remember correctly, Yoshi will have just enough flight. This is why you need the switch palaces. And Yoshi, you're too big, so I'm going to leave you behind. It can be done by just not having the blue switch palace, so you can fly here with Yoshi. But there's a key and a lock. Well, not a keyhole. That uncorks a mysterious star road. Where it might lead to? Well, if you played the game you already know. But I'm going to assume you didn't. So let's find out in the next episode. See you then.